House is a mess, but we're gonna carve a pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
Aren't we?
Yes.
So here's the pumpkin in a bin liner. All lonely and sad in the corner. Probably mouldy because it's really heavy. We bought it over a week ago now. Ooh, it's a bit dirty. And we're gonna carve a ghost for Casper the Friendly Ghost. Finished masterpiece by the master himself.
The finished pasta meast.
The naked master. He got that hot and sweaty that he had to take his jumper off. It is a thick pumpkin, that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
need a candle.
We do. I've got some electric ones. I think it's a bit dangerous if we put a baby next to a lit candle, don't you?
Well, it's inside. Not lighting the baby.
Right, we're going to try. He is actually still asleep, Casper, but the next clip is going to be of Casper with his little pumpkin. So we're currently on route to B&Q now, and also Starbucks, because Josh is a bigger Starbucks fan than me probably, because he was the one that introduced me to coffee in the first place. I never used to even drink coffee until about 2 years ago, maybe. I literally just did not ever have it, ever, and then I just gradually started having like lattes and cappuccinos, and now I will go as far as a flat white. Is that stronger than a latte and a cappuccino?
Yeah.
But you will not catch me drinking a black coffee. So we're on the route to B&Q because we are looking for some paint samples, because we are having a media wall built in our living room. So we were planning on moving house like at the end of this year, beginning of next year, but we couldn't find anything we wanted, and then with everything that's going on in the world, we just decided to stay where we are. So we're going to try and stay where we are for like another 3, maybe 4 years. I'm not really sure, to be honest. So we just decided to just do a few things up in the house. So we're having a media wall built, and fingers crossed it will still get done, because as of now it is Halloween. It's the 31st of October and there is huge talks of us all going into another lockdown. Boris is on at 2 o'clock. 4. It's because it is nearly 2. Boris is on at 4 PM, so hopefully we will find out what he's got to say for himself. So yeah, we're going into B&Q, we're going to find some paint samples, and I'm going to have a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks because it's Halloween and it just feels the right thing to do. I'm going to go to the Range, but I just think Range is on like a bigger retail park, and I just think the queue is going to be horrendous, because apparently a lot of people have started to go out and start hoarding things again, and can't be arsed queuing. So I will go at some point next week. We need to grab some photo frames for the living room and have some professional pictures printed off to put in there. So we've just arrived at Starbucks now.
Could I get a medium pumpkin spice latte, please?
Get with cream.
Cream?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please, bud.
No worries.
And then could I also get a medium coconut milk cappuccino?
medium coconut milk cappuccino.
Yes, mate. Can I get an extra shot of coffee in that as well, please?
Yeah, of course.
Smashing. That's it. Thank
I think that railings is nice. Got one. We've just come out of B&Q and they had no Farrow and Ball samples of the colour that we wanted. So basically our media wall, we're going to have like the fake chimney breast, like a really rich black colour, and then the rest of the room just like an off-white, because we thought if it was white it would just be too much of a contrast between the black and the white, and it is a really big room so we want it to feel quite warm still, so we don't want it like really white. So what we've done instead is bought the Dulux black, even though the Farrow and Ball one is a bit chalkier than this, and then we've bought 3 Dulux creamy off-whites that we're going to put next to the black and just try and work out which one of these 3 that we would prefer next to the Farrow and Ball colour, and then we're just going to probably have to order the Farrow and Ball online. So the reason is the Farrow and Ball obviously is really expensive, it's like £65 a pot, and for the whole room painting like a cream colour we're probably going to need 3 or 4 pots because it's such a big room, and because it's not the main feature there's just no point spending £200 to £300 on paint just for it to be a cream colour when one, we're not staying there for ages, and secondly you can just get as good colours from Dulux. So we're now going to head to Sainsbury's and buy our tea. Just have a little sip of my pumpkin latte. The worst thing about this pandemic is that you go to Starbucks and you can't even drink your drink anywhere because you've got to wear a mask inside. So your Starbucks just sits in the car until you come back out. Yeah, when we get home we will touch up these paints and just sort of see what colours we like. Hopefully the black will kind of be similar to the one from Farrow and Ball, but I don't think it's going to be. It's called Rich Black and I think it generally is going to be like a really rich black colour. So I've just put some of the samples out. I don't know if you can tell, but I've done 3 of the black and then I've put 3 of the other colours next to them. So this is like one here, then another one, and then one here. You can't really tell. I'm going to have to do another layer tomorrow, so obviously we just need to figure out which one of these that we want to paint the whole of this room, other than the media wall, which obviously is going to go here, which is going to be like the charcoaly black. So I'm just editing a vlog now, which hopefully will go live tomorrow, and then I don't even know what time it is. It's 4 o'clock and Boris is doing his announcement at 5. Someone told me it was 4, but it is 5 o'clock according to the TV. So we're just obviously going to sit and wait for that, and then we bought some pizzas from Sainsbury's, so we're going to have pizza for tea, and we also bought a cookie dough dessert, so we're going to have that. So I'm just editing a vlog. Josh is trying to get Casper to sleep, but he just keeps spitting his dummy out, and then we've also just got like a documentary on the TV. So it's a little bit sad really, I think, that there's no proper Halloween this time, this year. I think that the village that we live in has done a sort of trail for the kid. Did someone just fall off that mountain then? Did you see that?
Walked up in it.
I thought it wasn't. Yeah, I think it's quite sad really. We are going to put one of the pumpkins in the window, and I'm sure there's someone on our street that will have joined in on the pumpkin/Halloween trail. But I do think it's really sad for kids. There's not really much for them to look forward to. I'm sure they probably all used to have Halloween discos and things, but there was none of that this year. No proper trick-or-treating, and then even like the Christmas stuff, like it's quite sad. I'm glad Casper's not of an age where he knows what's going on. So I just think trying to explain to some kids must be quite hard. And that's just the way that this year is going. It's just really, really sad more than anything. But there's nothing we can do about it, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it. So we just have to get on with it, unfortunately. We can still entertain our kids, we can still make memories, we can set up our own little pumpkin photo shoots, Christmas photo shoots, you know, we can still make memories. So we've just got to do and deal with the best of our abilities. Is that the words that I'm looking
Probably
for?
not.
I'm really
made
bad.
the best out of the situation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm really bad at explaining things. And then, obviously tomorrow is Sunday for us, the 1st of November. Casper will be 3 months old tomorrow, which is just absolutely crazy. So I'm just going to do a little sit and chat about the changes that we've noticed since he's turned 3 months, and just sort of a 3-month baby update, really. So I'm going to crack on with this vlog and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. It's now Sunday morning and last night was the Bozza J announcement that we are going into another 4-week lockdown. So by the time you are watching this, we might already be into the lockdown. So I hope everyone is feeling okay, and we just have to stay positive. Have to look out for each other. We have to keep getting outdoors, guys, so even if it's raining, just get yourself out. If you've got a baby, you know, get the rain cover on the pram, get your umbrella, wrap up nice and warm. Just getting outdoors will really help your mental health. And it's just a little bit sad, really. Like, I feel fine, but I know that some people don't, and that makes me sad. Your coffee's come out, hun.
Is it?
Yeah. I spilt coffee on Josh's pants yesterday. Oh, actually, he spilt my coffee, should I say, on his own pants. So I'm just gonna quickly do an update. So Casper is 3 months old today, which is just crazy. I can't believe that he's been around for 3 months, but I also can't imagine him not being here either. And it definitely has got a lot easier. I find it so much easier than having like a newborn baby. As much as it is nice to have a newborn baby and, you know, they're really snuggly and all they do is sleep, you just feel like you can't get anything done. You feel like you can't put them down. He entertains himself a lot more now, so I can put him down for a good 10-20 minutes some days and he will be fine, just sat on his own watching TV or playing on his mat, or sometimes he literally just sits on the sofa in his little feeding cushion and I just feel like he's just thinking, like he's just got really deep thoughts and he's just not bothered, like he's just not aggy or anything. He's just sat there like deep in thought. So a lot of other things I've noticed as well. He has laughed. So he laughed the first time yesterday, which I might have already mentioned in this vlog, I can't remember, which was just amazing. I literally cried, and he's not really done it since, so Josh hasn't witnessed it yet, unfortunately. He can grab things now, so he sometimes will just grab something, like if he's got his comforter next to him, he will kind of grab it, and if I pick him up he'll take it with him, or he'll sort of put it in his face. Yesterday I put his dummy clip in his hand and he was like shaking it around, so that's one thing that I've definitely noticed. He wants to use his hands more, and if he's in the car in his car seat and I look in the mirror, I can literally like sort of see him looking at his hands as if like, ooh, what are these? He's a lot more alert. He's always been an alert baby, to be fair, anyway, but he is a lot more alert. He laughs, fake laughs, so he like makes this movement with his mouth where he's kind of laughing but he doesn't make any noise. He does that all the time. What are we doing? Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. You gonna hold it? Are we gonna shaky, shaky, shaky? Not sure it's edible, Casper. Not sure it's edible. He's such a happy baby, especially on a morning. So even when he wakes up at 5:30, usually if he woke up at that time, like when he was a newborn, I would feed him and he'd go straight back to sleep, but now he's like ready for the day. So even if he's ready for the day at 5:30, because he's so happy, it just doesn't really matter. because he just loves life, which is great. What else have we noticed about him? So his sleep it's not horrendous, but it's not as good as it was when he was like 8 weeks old. He used to wake up at like 3:30 or 4:30, and then he'd wake up at like 6:30, 7:30. Now he wakes up between 1:30 and 2:30, and then he gets up ready for the day between 5:30 and like 6:30 really. But he does go to sleep around on average 8 o'clock, so it's not horrendous. He only technically has one wake up in the night, but obviously he wakes up quite early on the morning now, but then he will nap like an hour later, so I will either nap with him on the sofa or I'll, you know, get things done. But I do just generally feel a lot more organised with life. I feel like my house is becoming a lot cleaner now. I found it so hard to get any housework done whatsoever, but now that we are sort of in that 3-month, 12-week phase, it does get a lot easier, trust me. So if you're watching this and you have a new baby and you're really struggling, it really does get easier. Like you just find more time for yourself and you find more time to get other things done. So from Monday last week, so literally a week tomorrow, we have been trialling him napping a lot more. So I've been using the Huckleberry app on my phone, which basically tells you their sleep like sweet spots. So you obviously don't want a baby to get overtired, and you don't want a baby to be undertired when they go to sleep and when they have naps. So the sweet spot you basically put in when they've been to sleep, and then it'll tell you when you need to put them down for a nap. So this one here, don't know if you can see, but it says that he's ready for a nap in 24 minutes, but he's actually asleep now, so but you get the gist. So I've got him down as a 4 nap day, but you can change it to a 5 nap day, and it just tells you when to put them down for a nap. So I've been trialling this as much as I can, and I want him to have at least 1 nap a day in his big cot so he gets used to being in that room. And it has, to be fair, it's been going really, really well. So he is definitely a self-soother. He can self-soothe himself. I do not... Are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
He can self-soothe himself.
Well, I don't have a lisp, do I? He can self-soothe himself. He doesn't cry if I put him down if he's tired. He just sort of like fusses a little bit, like he might twist his head a lot and move around, but then within 5 minutes he can be asleep. He likes to have a comforter and he likes to have his dummy, but that's absolutely fine. And I also find that white noise works well, but I never leave him to cry. I would never ever do that. But some babies are natural self-soothers, and Casper is definitely one of those, so I do feel very lucky. He will just be put down if he's tired and he will just sort of drift off to sleep. Sometimes it might take him 10 minutes, but as long as I'm in the room busy, like doing things like this, then he will eventually fall asleep. And then when he's asleep, I do stay upstairs, but I just get other things done, because we have ordered a camera, but it's not come yet. I think it came and went to the Lake District, and I think they tried to deliver it twice, and they've now sent it back to the sender. And I have emailed them, but I've not got a reply, so hopefully we get a camera soon, because that means we can start putting him upstairs to bed before we go upstairs. So he currently sleeps in his snus pod, so it would be just nice for us, for him to go down to bed up there around 8, half 8, and then we can go up at like between 9 and 10. Even if we just have half an hour to ourselves just watching TV, it will just be nice. So we haven't actually been out together yet on our own, and he's technically, well, he's 13 weeks yesterday and 3 months today, which is, I don't really know if it's sad or I don't know. I think time's flown. Do you think it's sad that we've not been out together yet? No. We've been out with Casper loads, but we haven't actually had a date ourselves. Josh has been out on his head wetting, and I've been out with my friends a few times. I've been on a shopping day when my mum had him, and I've had my hair done, and then I've been out for tea a few times with my friends. But me and Josh actually have not been out together. But I just think it doesn't help this situation. Just not really even thought about it. I just think, where we're going to go or what we're even going to do. And I'm not ready for Casper to stay overnight yet, and I think that's just down to the fact that he's so sick. I think if he wasn't sick as much as he is, I would let him sleep out, because I know he'd be fine. Like, he likes other people, and I know that he could be well looked after, but it's just, for me, it's just the fact that he's sick, and sometimes he chokes in his sleep, but hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. We've got a paediatric appointment that came through yesterday, so that's in 2 weeks. Well, no, less than 2 weeks, it's in 11 days time. So hopefully we start getting some answers. I can't really think of what else I've noticed about him since he's hit the 3-month mark. He poos less, that's one. He poos less, but he's sick way more. So we don't clean as many dirty nappies anymore, but we do lots and lots of washing of his and of ours. But it's just, I think hitting the 3-month mark is a massive, well, 12, I'd say from 10 weeks to 3 months, I just think it's a massive game changer when you have a baby. I just think life, you really settle into being a parent, and they have so much personality, so you don't just feel like you're looking after this human that only can be sick and poo and wee and feed. Like, they do actually interact with you now, and you feel like Casper literally is like my little best friend. So I never really did dread the day with him, but sometimes I think, wow, today's going to be a boring day, but I don't think like that anymore. But now we're going into a lockdown, it is obviously going to be a bit more difficult because I can't go out as much anymore. Like, I used to go out to meet my friends for lunch, or I'd go to my friend's house, but I can't really do that anymore. And I can't even just like take myself out to go to like the retail park and go shopping, which is sometimes what I do if I've got nothing on. I might just put Casper in the car and we might go to like the Range or Home Bargains. So I can't really even do that, although I have heard that Home Bargains are staying open. So I will just be finding things to do to keep me and him entertained, because I think Josh will still be working a few days, so it is going to be pretty boring for us. And obviously grandparents can still technically do childcare, so I will let parents look after him for like a few hours once a week, just so that they can see him. But yeah, is Josh asleep? No. Have you noticed anything different about Casper?
No, you've covered it.
I've covered it. So there we have the 3-month update. So if you are struggling being a first-time mum, honestly, you are not alone. It is one of the hardest jobs in the world, especially if you spend a lot of time on your own in the day, or I can't imagine like not having a car. If I had to rely on public transport, I think it would be really, really hard. So I'm very grateful for having a car. And just, don't keep things bottled up. Speak to your family, speak to your friends, let people know how you're feeling. It's okay to find motherhood hard. It's okay to moan about being a mum. It doesn't mean that you don't like it. It doesn't mean that you don't feel grateful for being a mum and having a baby, but it is hard. So we are allowed to moan about being a mum, and we are allowed to, feel sad about things sometimes. But just try and get time to yourself, even if it's 1 hour a week, and you just sit on your bed on your phone, or you have a bath, or you have a shower alone, and then you sit on your own and read a book, or you watch TV for a few hours on your own. Just try and have that time, at least once a week. And I know if you're exclusively breastfeeding, it is really hard, but now Casper's a bit older, he does have a bit of formula anyway, but he does go a lot longer between feeds. So on average now it's like 2 to 3 hours, whereas when he was small it was every hour to an hour and a half, which is really, really time consuming. So sometimes even if I went in the bath, he would randomly just want feeding, whereas now I know that he's not hungry. Like, even if I just fed him and then got in the bath and Josh was like he's hungry, I would know that he isn't. Like, I know that there's something else, or he's just been fussy. But yeah, hopefully we can get to the bottom of Casper's sickness, and just don't wish time away. If you are a new mum watching this, just ride it out, appreciate and take in all those little newborn baby snuggles and cuddles, because they grow so, so quickly. And leave the housework. Even when the house is a mess, like, I know it's stressful. I used to get so stressed when the house was a mess, but now I look back and I just think my house is still a mess, but I can clean it more. So there was no point in being stressed back then, because I actually can clean my house now and just do things like the washing and put clothes away. Like the spare bed just used to be full of piles and piles of clean clothes because I'd do the washing and I'd put the washing out, but then I would not put it away. Whereas now I can easily keep on top of it because I do things like that when Casper's napping. As much as I would love to just sit and chill when Casper's having a nap, it makes me feel better that the house is tidy or there's things that have been done. And then if I do find the time to sit and chill, I obviously feel better about it because I'm in a cleaner environment and everything, like all the jobs have been done, like the dishwasher or the washing up or the clothes washing or the tidying and the vacuuming, etc, etc. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog there. The next few vlogs I'm going to do, obviously we're going to be in lockdown, so I'm going to do one on our house living room transformation. So obviously in the beginning of this vlog you'll have seen us picking paint colours. Hopefully that will still be able to go ahead because construction / building work is still allowed to be done, so we're hoping that that can start in about a week's time. I'm just going to do loads of other like day in the life, how to stay positive, how to entertain a baby. I'm going to try and get as much content out there as possible just so that there's something for people to do, something for people to watch, and just try and keep everyone's spirits nice and high. So thank you for watching, guys. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next video.